All right, guys and gals, this is Northman. We are back with some more testing Tarkov. This time around, we're looking at the vectors. So just getting right into it, there is almost no difference between these except for ammo availability and a fire rate. So the actual 45 vector has 1100 RPM fire rate, and the 9mm has 950. So a little bit different when you're going full auto. It doesn't make too much of a difference how I use it because I rarely go full auto with this. I actually really prefer both of these on burst mode because I can control my fire much better. And I actually shoot it super fast still, which you guys will see at this kind of mid-range, long for the vector, but mid-range fight. You can really crank this if you have a faster trigger finger. Now, both these are super meta in my opinion. Their time to kill is super low. You can actually rock most people's world. Both these ammos don't have anything that will actually pin class 6 very effectively, but you can fire so fast that you can just go for legs even with meta ammo. You're not going to be taking too long in actual time. Bullets a little bit longer than some of the other meta ammos, but it's fine. The fire rate, you definitely make up for it.
Dropped it.
Which is why I'm not even going to get into the ammo on these. Really, as long as you're not using PSO for the actual 9mm one, you pretty much can use whatever ammo you want. And you can use PSO if you really want to. Just really aim for legs. Highly effective, both of them. I like to run a setup where I'm running the actual, I believe it's the PRS Gen 3 stock. If you're going to use these the way I use them, where I'm kind of pushing out that mid to long range most of the time, doing cover fire. Really, if you watch my videos, you know I am a strong believer that everything is DMR if you're stubborn enough. And I definitely have applied that with the vectors. Not as effective as with the MP5, though. I'm definitely much better long range with the MP5. However, these at mid range probably smoke the MP5 just because of the low recoil that you can get. And that's kind of why I actually don't enjoy these. They have so low recoil that it's kind of easy mode. And I actually had a couple clips that I lost, and that's kind of why this took so long to get out, is I was trying to get more clips and kind of find the ones I had. I got 2 5-mans with each of these over in cranes, and it was ridiculous.
Or the side door here.
I ran out of ammo, but it was still fine. Like, it was really quite weird how easy it was to do. I basically turn shot one, turn shot the other, reloaded, turn shot again. It was nonstop. They tried to surround us, and it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I can do the same thing with an SR25 though, and it takes 2 bullets, 2 to 3 bullets, depending on the ammo. So I kind of don't really like these all that much. They're kind of cost prohibitive as well. So I believe currently the Vector 45 was running about 80K on the Flea, and the 9mm flutters from about 70 to 120K. Once you actually account for ammo, I'm using 150 to 300 rounds of ammo per raid if I'm getting into pretty gnarly fights, which is why I generally run 45. I believe it is FMJ. It's not the laser match, which is the tracer, and PST Giza for the 9mm.
There were 2 originally.
Super cheap for both of them. However, you're still blowing through so much ammo that you're buying 20K worth of ammo. So honestly, there's better stuff to use. These are pretty fun, but I don't like the bullet to kill time versus just overall time to kill. Time to kill is super fast, doesn't matter with that fire rate, but the bullets you're using to get a kill, it's much more excessive. And I really only think they're effective on factory customs and interchange. If you're starting to use them, you can do resort, but if you're starting to use them on any maps where you're going to have 100-meter plus shots potentially, these become a monster to use. How many hits you have to get really negates how effective they are at range. And the other aspect is, even with M80, I can pen some walls, some metal shack walls, and you'll see here, I dump an entire mag of FMJ on this wall, and it did not go through at all. And that's not ideal, in my opinion. If you get in a situation like we're in this current clip, we have a guy pinned, and he could have just waited out
some
and made
more
it so we had to
on the
choose to
very
get
bottom
right
in
up on
case it
top
laid
of him,
down.
and it would have been a lot harder to get him. He eventually peaks, and that was his mistake.
I
But
think I see his head.
he was pretty well protected from me in there.
Through the floor.
And that's another drawback to
Through-
these.
through
You're
the
going to have a
wall.
ton of fun using these. Don't get me wrong.
So he's still up?
They're kind of just memey little guns. You can have a blast. I will fully admit I became a giggle fest numerous times using these, from cranes shooting at people running up dorms and watching them freak out, because both these ammos, when you at that range, I
grenade?
think it's about
backing
115.
out.
You're loading down so
trying to
many
hit me.
rounds on the wall around them, and you're getting a few hits on them that it just freaks people out. It's pretty entertaining, but
Get 'em.
as far as effectiveness,
Are you on the hill? Are
they're
you
really
over the
more
hill?
of a close to
No, I'm,
mid-range gun,
right side of
and
the hill,
that's
from you.
while we do
He's
do a
middle of
decent
hill.
job at that range. That's not my preferred play
pushed
style.
you.
I like to be able to disengage, get distance, or close in, and have more options in a gun. And these two just
Did
don't
he
give it.
cross over middle?
Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. And if you want an honest opinion, I would really suggest going with the 45 with the FMJ. It's a blast.
Did you get hits on him there?
Also, this I believe it's 2.5 times Monstrum scope is
That
a
him
ton of
shooting
fun on
suppress?
these.
Yep.
Kind of gives you
That
that
was
more
me.
effective
Him
mid-range
keep
with them, but
suppressed.
doesn't kind of
I'm crossing
prevent
the
you
road
from
here.
ADSing at point blank even.
Is
And
he still on the
yeah,
hill or did he push back?
factory,
He fell back.
definitely the ideal place for
Towards
this.
the road.
Everywhere else, it's hit or miss based on the engagement.
Hill.
Unless there was another. Could have been another. He's by bus depot. I just saw someone over there.
All the way to bus depot or the close bus?
Or not bus depot, bus stop. Right where that nade went off.
Where are you?
I'm by the dumpster in between the dorms. I crossed the little road.
Oh,
Hello.
got him.
He just clipped my arm. I think that's clear. I'm gonna push the bunkhouse.
That's definitely a player that I just killed.
Okay. Coming up. We're at.
Another one. I got him.